Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
The support services needed for them is so important. Last but not least, city government has to open up. Everybody is not going to be on the computer. Everybody's not going to use an app. We've got to open up and be accountable to the citizens of Baltimore. We've got to have regular trash pickup. We've got to make sure that our water bills, that we know what they are and they're accurate. You know that people are traumatized when they get a high water bill. Think of it, a senior. And then they have to make the choice. How do I buy food? Or how do I pay this bill? We're suing car companies because of the carjackings and car thefts. Well, maybe we should require the car dealers to provide locks for those cars when you purchase whatever kind of car that you want. If it's a Kia, whatever the cars are that are being stolen. But early on when we saw cars being stolen, 20, 30 for that week or month, we should have got on top of it right away and worked in the region together with our other partners. Those are some of the things that I believe that I can bring to the citizens of Baltimore. I look at city government today and I don't recognize it anymore. I see firsthand that it's letting people down daily. They tell me loud and clear that they don't feel safe, as I said, but I truly believe that all of Baltimore's mayors have been good people and have come into the job with the right intention. As a leader in this city for many years, both government and in the community, I know that improving the lives of the residents requires action, accountability, excellence. It's about bringing together the voices of the city, community, the business community, nonprofit leaders, in creating the rollout strategy that's needed. Let me close by saying this. I put an op-ed in the paper today, and I put it in there because I wanted people to not only know what I'm going through or what I was feeling, but also know that this is a new day and that I've gone through a long struggle to try to prove myself, but not only to prove myself, but to be transparent, to be open, and to be honest to you. And so I take this challenge as a way to say to the citizens in Baltimore that we can do better, we can have more accountability, we can be able to take monies that are given to us from our federal partners and our state partners and get that money out so that we can renovate pools and have all of our pools open and our rec centers open, but that we can also begin to attract people back to the city. We've lost a large percentage of this population. And then work with the region in many aspects of what we need to do. So I stand here today, as I tell you that I'm running, the key things to keep in mind is action, accountability, and excellence of what the people of Baltimore deserve in a mayor. And I know that I can deliver that. So I want to thank you for coming out. I said I was going to be quick because it's hot, and I don't want anybody to fall out. I don't know if there's any questions from the media. I'll take a couple, and then I want these folks to be able to go get some water and go about their agenda.
I have a question. You managed to say a lot without saying anything negative about the people who have been mayor since you left office. Can you, for people who say they don't feel safe or they want their trash picked up, what is the current administration not doing right? Where did this connect?
I think the disconnect for why services are not being done is one, yes, I know that the city was shut down and people left jobs, but what do we do in the process to get out and recruit people to come and work in the sanitation department? There's a spinning wheel of department heads where people are in and out of city government. You need some stabilization. You need good, talented people. As relates to crime, I know it's going down, but we can do a lot better than what we're doing through the collaboration of working with our partners at the state and federal, at the local. I came out and supported Ivan Bates for one reason mainly, and that is because I know that when I had a state's attorney as mayor, those results that you saw was because of a strong relationship with our federal and state partners. I've suffered, I paid, the citizens of Baltimore also, and that I would like for them to have a heart and trust and realize that people change and they learn from their mistakes, and that I've done all of that. And I've done things over the years since then to show my commitment to the city.
But can they trust you again if you take office?
They can trust me. I'm the most transparent person, the most trustworthy person. Because when you make mistakes, that's when you go to your God and you have to realize things that you have to do. You do everything to improve upon yourself. And that's a daily job that you have to do. And everybody should do that. All right, one more, because it's hot.
What about the Board of Election? The Baltimore City Board of Election. 2 times they miscounted in 2016. 1,800 voting irregularities in Baltimore City compared to 200 in the 23 other jurisdictions combined. 2020, out of nowhere come 8,000 votes. Do you trust Armstead Jones and the Baltimore City Board of Election?
Donnie, I'm gonna leave that up to you to focus on that. But I don't disagree with some irregularities. But hopefully we will see change in the board.
Mayor Dixon, can I ask you the last question?
Well, the reporter.
Oh, okay, sorry. In June 2020, you said you weren't going to run.
I did.
What was going through your mind when you said that, and what's changed now?
Well, first of all, sometimes you should never say never. Secondly, over this last 4 years, as I said, I get calls on a regular basis. I never changed my number. People have either my email or my number, or they message me on Facebook, or they stop me on the street with a problem. I try to advise them to contact the council person or contact the mayor's office. A lot of times people don't get results. A family of 3, a mother at a school down the street, I won't name the school, living in the car, homeless, child couldn't attend school. Somebody called me, said, hey, what can you do? This mother and her 3 children are homeless. I got on the phone, I called the city homeless services. I got a directory of numbers. I was like, what the heck? What did I do? I called somebody I knew in city government in order to figure out a way to help this woman and her 3 children so those kids could go back to school. And that's what I do all the time.
We're not going anywhere, but we gotta let people go.
Yeah.
You want to keep doing
Stay or
questions?
stand. It's up to you. They said they're fine. They like being in the show.
The GPRS or Monzi or some of these other public safety programs that Mayor Scott has put together and spent quite a lot of money on.
So, again, I need to really learn more about those. We had initiatives that we did through quasi-city nonprofit, but they need to be assessed. Because if I had the money that they have now, oh my goodness, the impact we could have made. But we did a lot with just a little. And again, going back to accountability and having the right people and staff. Thank you. All right, that's it.
How would you partner with Governor Moore?
Oh, definitely. I would partner with Governor Moore because we have to rely on the state. One, we have to, we get money for infrastructure. So partnering with the governor is an easy fix. It's communicating, discussing issues that impact us here, and working together.
Mayor Dixon, have you reached out to your former colleagues who are still serving in government at all levels, or who have since left public service, to tell them about today? And have you talked to Mayor Scott? Have you called Governor O'Malley? And what kind of response?
Well, I have had conversations with former colleagues, and a lot of them have been positive. But again, I've had former conversations with with Mayor Scott. I really reached out and for a number of years advised Mayor Scott about recommendations and things that have happened. So yes. All right, thank you.
Well, you've just been listening to former Mayor Sheila Dixon making a run again for that same position. She's announcing that she will run against current Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott in 2024. Now, of course, this by no means is Dixon's first run for office. In terms of her experience, she is no stranger to City Hall. She served more than 2 decades in the City Council, 8 years of that as president. In 2007, she was elected mayor. Her term saw historic drops in the city's homicide rate, but after 2 years, her tenure as mayor came to an abrupt halt. She pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor embezzlement charge and was forced to resign. Earlier this morning, she spoke about her past mistakes and what she wants voters to know.
I've learned from my mistakes. I want people to give me another chance. I know that I'm going to have to gain people's trust. I try to be the most transparent, truthful, honest person that there is. And people will just have to, see the results. A lot of times it's not a matter of saying it, it's a matter of your actions behind it.
Now, when it comes to the election, Mayor Brandon Scott already making his case for re-election. Yesterday, Fox 45 News took voters' concerns directly to Mayor Scott. We asked why people should trust him to get crime under control.
I ran on making sure that we were going to reduce violent crime in Baltimore. Homicides are down 20%. Shootings are down 10%. That is not the case for many major cities.
Well, Sheila Dixon is not Scott's only challenger. At a community meeting in West Baltimore Tuesday night, Bob Wallace told the crowd that he is exploring another run for mayor. You'll remember that he formerly ran as an independent. This time he is weighing a run as a Democrat. And then on talk radio, Baltimore teacher Wendy Bozell announced that she too has become a Democrat and is running for mayor.
I'm a Baltimore City teacher and I'm running for mayor, because I know exactly what needs to be done to help the city, and we first have to start with education.
And I think running as an independent, I think there were situations where people could not hear my message. And I felt that it was important to remove all the barriers so that the voters of Baltimore could hear my ideas and could hear the vision that I have for the city.
Now, we want you to join the conversation. For city residents, if the election were held today, who would you vote for Mayor of Baltimore? Mayor Scott, Sheila Dixon, Bob Wallace, or someone else? So far, 60% of those who voted say someone else. You can weigh in at foxbaltimore.com/vote. Well, still ahead, we are on weather alert after days of oppressive heat. And now we're looking at possible storms coming up, how the timing of it all could impact your evening commute. 11:17 now on Fox 45 News. 11:19 and trending now, the 2024 race for Baltimore City Mayor. Former Baltimore Mayor Sheila Dixon, as we just heard, is launching a run for mayor again. She says she will challenge Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott in 2024. She broke that news on our news show this morning. Here's some of the reaction that we're getting from people who like that and they're in favor of it. Sheila Dixon will probably end up winning the mayoral race. Another one, I'm ready for her to whip this city in shape. Then you've got the flip side of it. Well, that's how you move forward, by electing a convict from the past. So someone not in favor. Another one saying Baltimore will never learn. So reaction coming in now to her announcement. We'll stay with Fox 45 News for continuing coverage of the 2024 mayor race. We are going to have much more on Sheila Dixon's announcement and what it means for voters in the city. That's all coming up on Fox 45 News at 4. And you can find today's news conference as well as this morning's sit-down interview all on our website, foxbaltimore.com.
We are weather alert as we get ready for our next round of storms. Many parts of the state in yellow under a slight risk for strong to severe storms. That's threat level 2 of 5. Areas in green under a marginal risk, threat level 1 of 5. But regardless of where you are, make sure that you are staying weather alert through the early night as we get ready for our next weather maker. That's this cold front that's already leading to a few showers and storms closer to western Maryland. So the Oakland area dealing with a little bit of showers right now. Otherwise here, it's sunny, it's dry, but it is very hot and steamy. 90 for the current temperature, and it already feels like it's in the triple digits. Around the state, we're mainly seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, even a couple of 90s, and the numbers will keep on rising. We are looking at those highs reaching the mid to upper 90s. Heat indices will be well into the triple digits, so be sure that you're practicing heat safety. Notice it's the afternoon when our rain chances begin to increase into the evening. That's when we're looking at those showers and storms. So on the future scan, not much happening as we get closer to the afternoon, but it's the evening when those showers and storms move across the state. They mainly clear by about 8 p.m., but if you have a commute around 5, 6, 7, make sure that you are keeping watch on the radar and check the radar before you head out and drive safely. Then we are back to dry weather tomorrow to start the day. However, a little later on, we will have the chance for a few showers and potential storms. Make sure again that you are staying weather alert. Now today we're mainly talking gusty winds as the primary threat. However, heavy rain and hail can't be ruled out. The tornado threat is low, but again, it cannot be ruled out. So make sure that you have multiple ways of receiving any alerts that may be issued. We're looking at 97 for the high. It'll be another very hot and steamy day. Then tomorrow, 93. So still continuing this long heat wave. After that, the heat wave finally ends on Saturday with highs in the upper 80s. We'll have our next chance for a few scattered showers. And unfortunately, on Sunday for the Ravens game, we're talking the chance for a few showers, so you may want to grab the rain gear and have the ponchos ready. Temperatures will be in the mid 80s. Then we'll be in the mid 80s again on Monday, keeping things close to average. After that, the mid 80s mostly dry on Tuesday. We'll have another chance for a few showers and storms on Wednesday with highs in the low 80s. After that, it'll feel a little more seasonable with temperatures in the upper 70s and the low 80s for the second half of the week. Back to you.
The NFL season kicks off today. Coming up, John Harbaugh talks about the Ravens being ready for Game 1. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. Today marks the official start to the new NFL season. We are taking you live to Kansas City, where the Chiefs and the Detroit Lions will go head-to-head. Now, in the preseason, both the Chiefs and the Lions won 3 of their games. Today's kickoff, 8:20 p.m. in Missouri. Good times. All right, Ravens fans, you're going to have to wait a little longer to see your team play. In 3 days, our Ravens will go head-to-head with the Texans right here in Baltimore for their first game of the season. And head coach John Harbaugh says the flock is ready.
I'm anxious to see the team. That's the anybody I'm anxious to see is the team and all the parts of the team, you know, that are going to be out there playing, trying to do their best. Everybody wants to play very well, very much, and we're going to try to do our best.
That's what we like to hear. Kickoff is this Sunday at 1 p.m. at M&T Bank Stadium. Well, as for baseball, today the Orioles get a rest day, much needed after dominating the Angels in their latest series. Not only did the O's win 10-3 last night, but they won all 3 games in the series in L.A. Now tomorrow the Orioles go back at it, this time in Boston, taking on the Red Sox. First pitch, 7:10 p.m. That's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle. Up next, Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, we all know we're supposed to brush our teeth in the morning, but there's a new debate about exactly when we should do it, before or after breakfast. Coming up, we'll talk about that next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with comedian Ray Diva and meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, a new list of spelling trouble for those looking to retire soon. A recent Wallet Hub survey ranked Baltimore the 10th worst place to retire. The list looked at things like cost of living, access to health care, and the weather. Nearby Columbia was ranked the 27th best place to retire. And Stockton, California ranked dead last, followed by Newark, the sewer, New Jersey, Bakersfield, San Bernardino came in 3rd and 4th, and Detroit took home the 5th worst spot. Wait a minute, so basically Baltimore was the 10th?
And Florida is the top, of course, 4 or 5.
But then they said Columbia was 27th.
Right.
So we're better than Columbia to retire?
No. That's not what we're worse than Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're worse.
I'm not a smart man. I just
No. You know math. You just had to go the other route. You had to go further up the chain.
Beauty has gotten me this far in life. Okay. Now, brushing our teeth, which is very important. We're not supposed to brush our teeth in the morning, but there's a new debate about exactly when we should do it. Before breakfast or after breakfast. According to one dentist, you may want to do it before you eat breakfast. An article says bacteria grows in your mouth as we sleep. Now, okay, hold on. I don't need to, we know. You brush after breakfast, right?
After. I like dirty food. No.
She said I like dirty food.
No, Jasmine, no.
I eat breakfast here.
Oh, you eat breakfast here?
Yeah, and
okay,
I'm not leaving the house without brushing my teeth.
Well, but see,
Right.
so much
Interesting.
time afterwards, it probably, the stuff has probably marinated. You know?
Well,
Ew.
wait a minute. Okay, let's take a vote. So Jasmine brushed her teeth after, before breakfast.
After breakfast.
After breakfast.
Because I like grits and stuff.
So I do it after breakfast as well because I don't like that mixture of the mint taste with the food. It tastes bitter. I don't like it. My brothers, they do they brush their teeth before, then they go eat and stuff, and I'm just like, nah. I don't want that halitosis breath when I'm talking to people. You know what I mean?
In all fairness, I think Jasmine, she checks it off though. Teeth brush, check.
She's like, teeth brush.
And you're out of the house.
But I also eat when I'm here.
That's
right.
So
you
gotta
judge you, Jasmine.
you gotta keep mint gum on you.
We're
It's
not
why you
judging
keep gum
you,
on
honey.
you,
Jasmine,
okay?
just because you have a pimento in your mouth right now, we're not judging you. Now.
Oh,
we want you to
Lord.
tell, when do you brush your teeth before or after you eat breakfast? Vote on our FOX45.com/website. And when you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll find out what you're talking about, okay?
Right.
Now, we've all heard this saying that opposites attract, but a new study says that that's not true.
Oh.
Researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder said there's no compelling evidence opposites actually attract. Instead, a review of couples finds similar people are more likely to gravitate towards each other. A review of more than 130 personality traits, including political and religious beliefs, finds between 82 and 89% of the time those traits to be exact. Now, as someone who's been married for quite some time, I think that is true. I think the opposite thing, I think that can be good for maybe sexual energy or one
night stand.
Long term, I don't know.
Got a problem. Like two crackheads don't need to be together.
Right.
Why not? You're gonna find out.
Why not? You have the similarities in what you like.
Because y'all both run each other in the hole. Well, at least one person got to be able to say
Somebody has to be stable.
Put the pipe down.
Okay.
Somebody got to say it. No, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. It was a great analogy. I was like, yeah, girl.
About the top. Your thoughts?
I do think opposites attract. Like I'm looking for.
But can you stay together?
Can you stay? Yes, I do think they could stay together, honestly, because sometimes you need the opposite of you to kind of make you better. Sometimes two halves make a whole.
Lady T be getting flued out, but I don't know about the long term.
Equals 3. So you want it to be you want it to be both of y'all. And just the math is math.
Jasmine.
Oh my goodness.
Our voice of reason here. Yes.
Okay. I think it depends. Like if you're outgoing and the other person is reserved, like yes, opposites attract in that sense. But they said, political, religious views, opposists do not attract.
Oh yeah, with that too, I noticed. Yeah, but as long as you got
panel. And again, you disagree. You agree.
I agree that sometimes it should be opposite.
So you're kind of you're funny, you're outgoing, you like a quiet.
So you want a quiet man, me too, girl, I do. And a protector. I need because I'm a run. Well,
and I don't want anyone
away from danger. He gotta save me. I don't run.
Wait a minute.
But I will walk away from danger. You got to protect me. Sorry.
We'll see you later in the show, Lady T. And Jess, thank you as always, comedian.
On September the 10th, I'm at the port.
Hey, go girl.
Expanding your legacy by giving the gift of life. Coming up, how you can become a living donor and help others in your community. But first, getting a great smile may be easier than you think, especially if you brush your teeth after breakfast. Coming up, a new natural solution for whiter teeth. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Well, everybody knows that drinks can stain your teeth, coffee can stain your teeth. Well, Stacey Bell is here with a natural solution to help your teeth look their best in today's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I'm a 2-cup of coffee person and some wine every now and then, but that wine and coffee really stains your teeth, so I found something I like. This is a Mayoral Paris natural teeth whitening system. It doesn't have all of the harsh chemicals, no peroxide. This is activated by quality coconut and charcoal, so it's really easy to use. It's a powder, and I got the orange scent, but there are a lot of scents you can choose from. You wet your toothbrush just a little bit, and then you dip it into the powder and brush. And you're going to do this for 2 minutes, and over time, it whitens your teeth. We're always taking selfies, and then you look at yourself in the picture and think, oh, my teeth could be whiter. Like I said, I was a former news anchor, and I spent a lot of money over the years on harsh professional teeth whitening systems. I wish I had known about this. Normally, this is $13 for one of these. Right now, you're getting 4 for just about 30 bucks. So it's really worth it to try it. Get one for your kids. You know, you can put them in every bathroom in the house at this price point. Right now, we're offering 30% off the Mayoral Paris teeth whitening powder. So you want to head over to asadeals.com and check that out. And I am going to keep brushing my teeth because I like white teeth.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the Knox Company. The National Fallen Firefighters Foundation and the Knox Company have launched the Expand Your Legacy Becoming a Living Kidney Donor campaign. It's all to raise awareness of the life-changing impacts of becoming a living kidney donor. Joining us now is Chief Ron Sarnicki, Executive Director of National Fallen Fighters Foundation, and Bethany Shields, a living kidney donor and fire department volunteer. So tell us why the Expand Your Legacy message is important for everyone to hear.
So thanks for having us today and be able to tell the people about this program. So the Fallen Firefighters Foundation has worked with the Knox Company, who makes fire safety products for some time to make firefighters safer and buildings involved in fire safer. And so that awareness that they had a need for a kidney transplant for one of their team members got us thinking about, well, how many firefighters out there need kidney transplants? And then that led to the whole concept of firefighters are very giving individuals. They're out there serving their community. They're out saving lives. They may, in fact, be interested in being a live kidney donor and saving a life through a different means. And so we've teamed up to tell this story, hoping to raise awareness among the firefighting community, but also to their families, their friends, to their neighbors, and to the general public, that it's an easy process to become a donor, and we hope that people will show an interest to do that.
And so, Bethany, tell us about your personal journey.
Yeah, so I grew up in a firefighter family where it was definitely not a question if they were going to get up and help someone today. It was who, what, when, and where. So that's how I actually met my recipient. I've known him my entire life and found out that he needed a kidney, and if I could do something that I was going to. So I went and got tested, which took about 4.5 months of different blood work and scanning and basically a physical, and found out that I was a match. So I showed up at his house and told him that I was there to give him my kidney, and we were going to have the transplant surgery in a couple weeks because I was getting married in a couple months, and I wanted to make sure that he could have that before I went on with doing other things.
Amazing. And so again, you know, what would you tell others about your experience, and where can we get more information about this? We don't have a lot of time, but it's so important to share this.
So I would definitely tell them the first step is to try, at least reach out and attempt to get tested. It in then turns get more people talking and starts to spread that awareness. And then Ron can give you the information for the website.
So it's kidney.org/NFFF, or go to the Fallen Firefighter Foundation, firehero.org, or the National Kidney Foundation. Any of those will get you to the program, but will also tell you how to become a living kidney donor.
Thanks so much, guys. Great information. Appreciate you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, have a great one. All right, still ahead, a health scare for Kourtney Kardashian, and a Jonas brother is calling it quits with his wife. Lady T has all the latest on all the hot tea, and she's serving it up. Stick around. And it's time to spill the tea this Thursday. Lady T joins us right now.
Hey, fellow tea sippers. All right, here's the tea. Major update on Joe Jonas. So TMZ said that he filed for divorce from his wife, Sophie Turner. The filing says the marriage is irretrievably broken. I ain't never heard those words put together before. Okay, so reports say that Joe caught Sophie in a compromising Ring camera footage situation. And it happened sometime before the filing of the divorce. Sources say they spent the whole summer apart. They released a joint statement on IG as well, saying that this all is mutual, and they are keeping things positive. Now, 4 years of marriage and 2 kids together, plus I heard they have a prenup. So apparently she's gonna get to keep her Game of Thrones money, and he can keep his boy band money. Everybody will be happy. But whoa, this was an emotional roller coaster this week with finding out and they really filed for divorce, Mark. It was crazy.
What do you think she was doing with the camera? What the?
Listen, he might have caught her on camera doing a little something she wasn't supposed to be doing, I think.
Wow.
I'm waiting for more details to unfold because I need to know what was on the Ring camera. Yo, you see, they're catching cheaters out here with Ring cameras.
Oh, the Ring. Okay, gotcha.
I think it was something like that. But okay, I'll keep you posted. Okay, Kourtney Kardashian Barker was hospitalized, you guys. So she had a pregnancy scare and she had to have urgent fetal surgery earlier this week. But she says now she and the baby are okay. Now she opened up about her experience on Instagram, thanking the doctors for saving her baby's life. Their baby boy is still in there cooking in her tummy. Prayers up for she and Travis. Now I love that she shared this on social media because I feel like a lot of people, Mark, they share the good so much, but they don't share the other side of it because giving birth really isn't easy. So I'm really glad that she was able to share her experience on it.
Yeah, and it's weird how Instagram's become that place. When I had a health scare, I hopped on Instagram, let everybody know I was okay. And I'm glad to say all 5 of my followers were like, great, Mark.
Stop playing. It was a lot of us on there, and we were sending you hearts because we love you so much. So yeah, don't worry about it.
All 7
okay.
were like, good job, Mark.
Yeah, so I'm really glad to hear about that too. Okay, well, up next because the tea keeps pouring, y'all. All right, so also trending in celebrity news, Beyonce had a birthday, y'all. All right, so the Queen Bee turned 42 years old. She got the surprise of her life at her LA tour stop. Superstar Diana Ross sang happy birthday to her, so Queen Bee quickly ran out on stage to thank her. She had an epic birthday. All the celebs were out at her LA birthday concert, including the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, the Kardashians, Vanessa Bryant. Keke Palmer was with her baby daddy, Darius. I thought they weren't even together, but the two of them were there. And Beyonce's BFF, Kelly Rowland, was there too. So a time was had, Mark, okay?
Man, Beyonce's bringing everybody out, man. I continue to Turner were there. It was amazing.
Stop playing with me. Don't you do that to me. Don't you do that. Everybody was out there. I can't even shout out. Kerry Washington was out there too. All right, but yes, shout out to Queen Bee. Happy birthday, Queen Bee. That's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea. And if you've got tea to spill, you better tell me about it. I'm going to sit down with Karamo and ask him all of your questions. Upload a video question to your social media and tag me at My Fair Lady T, and be sure to watch Karamo weekdays here on Fox 45 at noon.
Wow, Lady T, don't forget about us when you go, you know what you do. Okay, so Jasmine is standing by looking glamorous this hot day.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. It is a very hot, very steamy day, and this is all in preparation for our next weather maker. That's going to lead to the chance for showers and storms this evening. We're under a slight risk. That's for all of the areas in yellow, threat level 2 of 5. And then for the areas in dark green, a marginal risk, threat level 1 of 5. But regardless of where you are, make sure that you are staying weather alert. This is all ahead of a cold front that's currently leading to a few showers to our west. But as that front continues to drive east, the rain will also move to the east along with the storms, and that could have impacts on your commute. That's going to be a few hours from now, but currently dealing with very hot temperatures. 90 and sunny, but it feels like it's 100 degrees over Baltimore. Be sure that you're practicing heat safety if you'll be outside over the next few hours. We've got temperatures in the mid 80s all the way through the low 90s across parts of the state. Lots of sunshine. However, once that cold front gets a little closer, those rain chances increase. So as we head into the afternoon, notice temperatures reaching the mid to upper 90s, heat indices well into the triple digits. It's going to be hot and going to be steamy and a little bit stormy. Notice as we move forward into the afternoon, mostly cloudy around our area, but those showers and storms begin to move in, and they'll continue through about 9 p.m. After that, we'll return to mostly dry weather for the start of the day tomorrow. Then as we head later into the day, our rain chances will begin to increase, and we could have more storms. Make sure that you are staying weather alert this entire weekend as we deal with more rain and the potential for storms. We're primarily talking damaging wind gusts as our main threat, but hail and heavy rain can't be ruled out. The tornado threat is low, also cannot be ruled out. So again, moving forward, temperatures reaching the upper 90s, then tomorrow the low 90s, and finally the 80s over the weekend. We'll have rain throughout the weekend, then we'll be mostly dry for Tuesday. After that, temperatures in the low 80s. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the Mayoral Proton Treatment Center.
Our next guest is a doctor specializing in the treatment of head and neck cancers. Dr. Jason Melatoris joins us now to discuss advancements in the field of cancer treatment. Doc, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate being here.
Sure. So what can you share with us about head and neck cancers, and what are some ways to lower our risk of developing it?
Sure. So head and neck cancer is a diverse group of malignancies or cancers of the head and neck region. So we have a lot of different types of tissues. So it can be squamous cell carcinoma, which is the lining of the mouth and the throat. It could be the salivary glands or the skin surrounding the area, are the most common types of cancer. Squamous cell carcinoma is the most common. It's about 70 to 80% of the head and neck cancers that we see. And these can be related to one of two things. One is the human papillomavirus. This is something that kids now are being vaccinated for, and you can get a vaccine all the way up to the ages of 26. And then the other risk factors associated with squamous cell carcinoma are smoking and trying to limit alcohol use, as well as tanning or sun exposure for skin cancers that we know about.
Wow. Can you talk to us about proton therapy?
Yeah, so proton therapy is one of the treatments that we have at the University of Maryland and at the Maryland. Proton Treatment Center that we can use to treat these head and neck cancers. So head and neck cancer, when it occurs, is obviously very challenging to treat because we have a lot of critical organs in the area. Our ability to eat, talk, swallow, and breathe are all impacted in this part of our body. And so anything that we can do to help patients get both an excellent treatment as well as a good outcome with respect to all of those functions is important. And protons is a very precise form of radiation treatment that goes in and really targets the area that we want it to target, targets the tumors and goes in and stops. This is in contrast to X-ray or photon radiation that goes in and passes through the body. And so we're really able to target directly the tumors in this critical area and try to avoid radiation doses to nearby structures that are important.
I was going to ask you about that. So where can people get more information? Because this is pretty amazing, and this technology is the future, right?
Yeah, so we do think that there are a lot of indications in head and neck for where this is going to be very important. And so the ways to get more information about this, one is to look at askforprotons.com, and the other one is to give us a call at the Maryland Proton Treatment Center, 410-369-5200.
Doc, thanks again for this great information, okay?
Thank you so much.
Sure. Still ahead, when do you brush your teeth, before or after breakfast? Coming up, when most of you say you do it and what a dentist is saying about it. Stick around. So we all know we're supposed to brush our teeth in the morning, but there's a debate about when exactly we should do it, before or after breakfast. Well, according to one dentist, you may want to do it before you eat breakfast, And we wanted you to tell it, when do you brush your teeth, before or after you eat breakfast? Most of you are saying after breakfast. Okay, great show lined up for tomorrow. Is the secret to being happy just being married? Coming up, how a new study links our relationship status to our happiness.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us to your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great one. Stay cool, and we'll see you tomorrow.